I just graduated dental school. Do I need to take CE now? Coming out of school, I knew that I needed to take dental CE if I wanted to learn and progress as a dentist. I just didn't know how or when to take it. One of the first dentists I worked for actually discouraged CE. They thought that you would learn way more by doing stuff in the real world. Looking back, not the best advice. I kind of felt like I was on an island when I came out of dental school. I didn't really have anyone to turn to. Everyone was busy figuring out their own situations and getting established in their offices. So that sense of community that I had in dental school, it just really wasn't existent. So I didn't know who to turn to in this situation. I'm here to help you out and let you know that yes, you need to take dental CE. But the question is, what type of CE should you be taking? I have always been open to learning from others. Coming out of school, I really wanted to find a mentor. I felt like that was the fastest, most efficient way to learn real-world dentistry. The problem with that is, that doesn't really exist. If you are one of the lucky people to have found a mentor that genuinely cares about your growth, you need to absorb everything that you can from them, because this is not common at all. I quickly learned that other doctors had their own needs ahead of actually helping me. And I learned this the hard way, because going into every opportunity where I was able to work with an older dentist, I looked to them as a mentor, but I got burned way too many times early on. So something had to change. When I realized that, I took ownership of my education and my career. I dove into CE and I went off. The two biggest CE platforms that I used were Spear Online and Dental Nachos. Spear has a ton of information. They are amazing. The thing is there's so much information, I think it's almost too much for younger dentists starting out. So my advice early on would be to actually avoid Spear until you learn the basics of dentistry, and then you can go to Spear and really dive into all the knowledge that they have to offer for you. The reason why I say that is because when you come out of school, you don't really need to learn about full mouth rehab or massive occlusion cases. You really just need to know the fundamentals of dentistry. And what I mean by the fundamentals is you need to learn how to identify treatment, diagnose it, treatment plan it, communicate it to the patient, and then go from there. These are all the little simple things that you need as a dentist to then be able to build off of in the future. This is where Dental Nachos comes into play. I used them early on and it was so beneficial. They have very, very simple CE to way more complex stuff, and it's just a great library of information that they have to offer. I did this virtually and it was amazing. I started taking courses with them and they were able to make it super relatable, and it gave me the confidence early on to really build upon, and then that's what helped me to level up in my dentistry. If this is something that you'd be wanting to try and check out the description. I have a promo code that you can use and it will get you a free course with them when you use it. So dentalnachos.com, the information's in the description. Be sure to check them out. They also have a community on Facebook, and this was a great place to go to if you have questions. Everyone's super willing to help. All the dentists in there are normal people like you and me, and it's a community that I enjoyed learning from early on. And at the same time, everybody in there also loves nachos, so it's pretty cool. You should check it out. What specific procedures should you learn as a dentist coming out of school? I believe that there are a couple procedures that are absolutely essential for a younger dentist. It's something that is going to be easy to learn, profitable, and something that you can build off of for the rest of your career. The first is learning how to restore a dental implant. This is simply taking an impression of the implant, sending it to the lab, getting the crown back, and then being able to deliver that crown. So take some CE on that if you need it. Another thing is Invisalign. If you're not doing Invisalign as a dentist in 2022 and beyond, you're missing out. Invisalign is amazing. I have another video that I will go over how much I love Invisalign and what it did to change my career. But if you're watching this and you're not Invisalign certified and you haven't taken courses to really ramp up your game, you are missing out. The third is extraction with socket preservation. I was doing extractions when I first came out of school. I didn't know how to do any type of socket preservation. I learned it on Dental Nachos, and it really is pretty straightforward, and it helps increase the productivity that you get off of extraction cases. It is also phenomenal for the patient. It elevates your quality of dentistry. So all in all, it's a win-win. You got to be doing socket preservations with your extractions. So my advice for CE is pretty simple. Start slow, start small, and then work your way up. If you're fortunate enough to find a mentor, learn everything you can from them. I promise you, it is rare that you find one. So if you have one, use them. They would be more than willing to help you. Please, please, please maximize mentorship if you have it. For those of you who don't have a mentor, I am more than willing to help all of you. You can find me on Instagram, DM me. My handle is @dr.avi. You can also send me an email. My email is dr.avi.dds@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me. Be more than willing to help you guys out. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you will please be so kind and drill that like button and subscribe and share with your friends. Don't forget, knowledge is power, and with that power, you can grow more than you can imagine.